Do you need a great marketing tool to advertise your business or event? Then use Ottumwa Coasters. Get your business or event on drink coasters featured in Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. It's the most fun and effective way to reach the community. Starting at just $199, you get 1,000 coasters delivered to Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. Look for Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook or call or text 573-932-0111. Central Empire Wrestling presents Bridge City Slam 6 live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Come see Jake the Snake Roberts, Buff Bagwell, former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition, Real One Enzo Amore, The Powers of Pain, The Boogeyman, Snitsky, Jordan Grace, Cameron Brunet, and the stars of CEW. Tickets start at just $20 and include the Fan Fest from 4 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. It's Bridge City Slam 6, live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Welcome in. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I see you. Yeah. Hi. Morning. Hi. It's a Friday. It's the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media, brought to us by our good friends at Ottumwa Coasters. I know you want to see some of their information right now, so let's take a look at that. Ottumwa Coasters, as we mentioned at the top of the show, get your business or event on drink coasters that are featured on not only Ottumwa's most popular restaurants, but they are expanding their reach throughout Southeast Iowa, so it's a very effective way to get the word out into different communities around Southeast Iowa about whatever you want to promote. And it's just $199 for 1,000 coasters, so take advantage of Ottumwa Coasters. Make sure you follow their page. Go to the link that's provided on this post and check out and follow and support Ottumwa Coasters. Of course, we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster, 641-673-4845. To thee. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They are a Delta dental provider. Find Oski Dental at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. Let's take a look at our Garden Gate forecast. Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. What a weekend weather forecast we have right there for you. That is a good-looking forecast. Any time of the year. I will take this forecast any day of the year and twice on Sunday. Mostly sunny for today. A high of 72. 72 degrees for a high on August 9th. That is ridiculous. Ridiculously good. We'll take it. Northwest winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour. Just unbelievable. For August, it's a little bit chilly tonight. Mostly clear, a low of 49. Saturday will be sunny and 76. Saturday night, clear, a low of 53. Sunday, mostly sunny and 76 degrees. Right now, our current conditions in southeast Iowa, we do have humidity at 89%, northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, barometer 30.11, dew point at 50, and then according to the official equipment from the National Weather Service here in the Oski Dental Studios, we do have 52 degrees to start off our Friday morning. Again, wow, what a forecast brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Earlier today, we put up our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn. at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This is a little bit different layout for today. This is coffee, that is tea. We'll put it that way. How about that? Coffee or tea? Which one are you going with? I'm not doing either one of these. I'll be sipping on my Diet Mountain Dew over here. I don't do coffee and I don't do tea, so I'm good. I'm sitting this one out. Which one do you guys like? Comment on that. That post goes up every weekday on my Facebook page at Steve Shetler Media. It goes up at 6 a.m., so always take part in the this or that. Our question of the day will go up at noon today on Facebook. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main, Sigourney. What do you insist on doing the old-fashioned way? What do you think? What do you insist on doing the old-fashioned way? This should get some interesting responses. You know, one thing that I don't do, and I don't know why, but I just refuse to use the calendar on my phone. I don't do that. I just Post-it notes. Post-it notes everywhere. Post-it notes as far as the eye can see. I stick with Post-it notes. I write things down. I don't really use my phone for the calendar. I don't use my phone for much, really, other than keeping track of Facebook and sending texts. You know I avoid phone calls. Phone calls are the plague. So yeah, what do you insist on doing the old-fashioned way? That goes up at noon today. Take part in that. Yesterday, finally, it was late this week. Facebook gives me this information once a week, and they didn't give it to me till yesterday. So I finally got up our weekly top 20, and looky there. Look who is still at number one 4 weeks in a row on the post that I put up with this. I labeled him unstoppable. Can anybody stop Anthony Schilling from being number one? He is number one. 4 weeks in a row, a solid month, Anthony Schilling is dominant on the weekly top 20. So congratulations to him. It's not even worth mentioning anybody else. It's just like Anthony is way up here, and then everybody else is way below. Dan, boy, I'm sorry. On a normal average week, Dan, your numbers would probably be number one. Not in the last month, though. You got Dan, you got Levon with a close number 3. Dodie, Nancy, Lacey, my wife Stacy, Alan, Chad, Christine. What happened to Alan Sellers here lately? Alan needs to get on the ball. I'm calling you out, Alan Sellers. Come on, make a run at this. So thanks to everybody, of course. I'm teasing everybody. Everybody, thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. I appreciate everything you do with Steve Shetler Media stuff. Let's take a look at our For the Fun of It tournament brought to us by Son-in-Law Services. We are doing State Fair food this month in August. So far, corn dog, pork chop, lemonade, cookies have all moved on. Right now, we're doing funnel cake versus pickle dog. I'm funnel cake on this one, 123 billion%. Funnel cake. Maybe put some warm cherries or maybe some strawberries on top of that. Funnel cake versus pickle dog. That's our matchup for right now till 6 p.m. on the For the Fun of It tournament. Just scroll back to 6 p.m. last evening. That's when this went up. Give the thumbs up for funnel cake, heart for pickle dog. Our tournament this month brought to us once again by Son-in-Law Services. Josh Clubb, the handyman, 319-431-1806. We thank Josh. Thank Son-in-Law Services. Let's do our Athlete of the Year tournament. And again, that big championship belt is what is ultimately up for grabs in this tournament. The winner of the entire tournament will get the championship belt, so check that out. We've got a Battle of English Valleys going on right now. Now, you got to remember, I didn't do this on purpose. It was just the way the seedings fell. The seedings for this tournament, which, let's bring up the entire bracket right now. The seedings for the entire tournament were made by the amount of votes that the athletes got on the week that they won the Athlete of the Week. So it was just by chance that Kennedy Axmere and Ben Kaufman lined up, and they are both from English Valleys. I should mention our tournament sponsored by Kelly Style State Farm and Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics. So far, Evan Vitito, Imogen Stratton, Emma Becker, and Addison Adam. The huge upset yesterday. We've had 2 huge upsets back-to-back. The 14 and now the 13 seeds have moved on in the tournament. In my mind, I was thinking Rihanna Utterback could have won this thing. But I tell you what, the folks in the Cardinal School District are really bringing it here in these last 2 matchups. 2 big upsets. Emma Becker, Addison Adam, both moving into the next round. So congratulations to them. Now, English Valleys is guaranteed to have a second athlete moving on in the Athlete of the Year tournament because Imogen Stratton has already moved on, and now either Kennedy Axmere, who does have a pretty decent lead right now from English Valleys volleyball, goes against Ben Kaufman from English Valleys football. So EV going to be putting another athlete through. This voting goes until 5 p.m. Thumbs up for Kennedy, heart for Ben. Just scroll back to 5 p.m. from last evening. Get your votes in for our Athlete of the Year tournament. Then we'll take a break for a couple of days and be back at it on Sunday evening. What else we got going on? Let's do some community calendar events. One thing to keep in mind is the Day of Caring. That comes up on September 11th with the United Way of Mahaska County. And if you're needing help with a project in Mahaska County, let them know. Sign up for their Day of Caring. You can use that QR code. You can get a hold of the office at the United Way of Mahaska County. And that's coming up on September 11th. One thing that's coming up here in a couple of weeks is the Victorious Living Conference at New Life Fellowship in Keswick, Iowa. They've got Pastor Luke Hobbs coming that weekend, Friday the 23rd of August through Sunday the 25th. I am a big fan of Luke Hobbs. This guy is from Tennessee. He's a little spitfire. he can bring it. If you don't mind kind of a little in your face, he just tells it like it is, preaching. I would highly recommend the Victorious Living Conference at New Life Fellowship in Keswick. That comes up here in a couple of weeks. And then also on our community calendar, let's go to Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, their annual Tailgate and Bake Sale coming up on the weekend of September 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to have a hot dog meals, cheddar dog meals, proceeds going to the Oskaloosa and Mahaska County Canine units. Lots of fun going on there at Mahaska Drug. That comes up, again, September 4th, 5th, and 6th with their tailgate with Iowa State, the theme there. So check that out. Did we miss anything yet? I do. I do want to tell you that coming up later on today, this guy, Jason Walsmith, going to be coming to Sigourney, Iowa, Barnwired, for our Iowa Music Showcase today from 11:30 a.m. to noon. Now, Jason, you might recognize him. There is a band in Iowa called The Nadas. They have been around for a long time. Very popular, pretty famous. And they're going to be performing, I think, at the Iowa State Fair later on tonight, I believe. And Jason going to be coming to Sigourney before they do that. He's like, yeah, I need something to do before the gig tonight. So he's coming to Sigourney, Barnwired, Jason Walsmith, of the Nadas at Barnwired in Sigourney. Take part in that live, be part of the live audience at Barnwired. I think, with the way the weather is, I think we're going to take it out to the patio, the beautiful patio at Barnwired out back. So if you want to see Jason Walsmith live, just come out back to the patio area at Barnwired or watch live here on Steve Shetler Media. Tomorrow, we'll be hanging out at at Brothers Market in Sigourney, the sports section. Mitch Eslick, our summertime host, is going to be chatting it up with the baseball team from Sigourney, who made it to the state baseball tournament for the very first time just a few weeks ago. So Coach Crawford, some of the guys from the baseball team, going to be hanging out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Brothers Market, the sports section, here on Steve Shetler Media. And then, of course, Tuesday is Tuesday Night Tune-Up TNT, broadcasting live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. If you like racing, that's coming up Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night now. That graphic says August 13th, but we are going through October on TNT. So, Safe Grafke, your host, always talking local and area racing. A driver or two is usually coming in each Tuesday night at Smoky Row's 7 o'clock. Make sure you check that out. Again, that's something, if you want to come in and watch that live, go right ahead. Or you can just watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media. So we got a full lineup of activities and different things going on here on Steve Shetler Media. One more thing we got to do is this. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthdays. Both celebrity and hometown birthdays are brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, the realtor. Check out all her postings, all her info at hometown-re.com. Hometown birthdays for today, this weekend. Got Wesley Burnham having a birthday today. Doug Darnay with a birthday today. We've got Neil Weir with a birthday tomorrow. Corey Nickel has a birthday tomorrow. Carol Beckert with a birthday tomorrow. Bojangles, musician that hangs out with Cody Hicks quite a bit, has a birthday on Sunday. Robert Deitch, another Iowa country musician, Sunday birthday. And my buddy Will McGill with a birthday coming up on Sunday. Celebrity birthdays for today. Basketball's Bob Cousy, 96 years old. Wow, happy birthday, Bob. I've got actor Sam Elliott, Beef. It's what's for dinner. Turning 80 years old, Sam Elliott with his iconic mustache. We've got Doug Williams from football. Played for the Redskins back during their heyday, 69 years old. Actress Melanie Griffith is 67. Got TV. How do you say her name? TV host Hoda. How do you say her last name? As I always say, I don't watch a ton of TV, and I've seen her name a lot, but I don't know how you say Hoda's last name. I have no idea, literally. Kotb. Can anybody enunciate that for me in the comments? Hoda, how do you say Hoda's last name? Anybody? Anyway, she is 60 years old, TV host Hoda. John Smith, one of the best wrestlers ever, 59 years old. Neon Dion, prime time. Deion Sanders, football, 57 years old. Gillian Anderson from The X-Files is 56. Eric Bana, Incredible Hulk, 56. Anna Kendrick, the actress, is 39. Bill Skarsgård, the actor, is 34. And then we've got from WWE wrestler Alexa Bliss, turning 33 today. Those are your celebrity and hometown birthdays. And nobody's going to help me out with Hoda's last name. How do you say Hoda's last name? Hoda Kebab. Celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Thank you, Nikki Leathers. All right, today is Friday, August. I almost said October for some reason. Friday, August 9th. Let's look at the calendar for today, the National Day calendar. Today is International Co-working Day. I don't really have any coworkers. Neil, I got Neil. He hangs out with me a little bit. He'll be hanging out with me later on today, so appreciate him. It's International Day of the World's Indigenous People. So we salute you, Indigenous people. It's National Veep Day. It's National Rice Pudding Day. It's National Book Lovers Day. So celebrate those days. All right. Let's hear from some of our sponsors, and then we'll be back with more right after this. Do you need a great marketing tool to advertise your business or event? Then use Ottumwa Coasters. Get your business or event on drink coasters featured in Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. It's the most fun and effective way to reach the community. Starting at just $199, you get 1,000 coasters delivered to Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. Look for Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook or call or text 573-932-0111.
2021 Iowa Harvest Red is a dry red wine from Tassel Ridge Winery that has plum and black cherry aromas and notes on the palate, with nice acid and a long, complex finish. It's made from Marquette and Foch grapes. The 2021 Iowa Harvest Red pairs with pizza, pasta dishes, and grilled steaks. The 2021 Iowa Harvest Red is available at the winery and in a few of our nearly 400 retail outlets in Iowa. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Jeremy Empey Web Design, designing since 1999. Graphic design, website maintenance, and more. Web solutions for any size project, serving Oskaloosa and beyond. Jeremy Empey Web Design has web solutions for any size project. He can breathe life into your website, and he'll help you out with fast support, web hosting, web development, and website maintenance. Whatever you need, Jeremy Empey Web Design can help you out. Call Jeremy at 641-295-4844 or get more information at jeremyempey.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. Hey, we do thank all of our sponsors, including Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance. We thank Jeremy Empey Web Design, Tassel Ridge Winery, of course, our headline sponsor, Ottumwa Coasters, and Oski Dental, the Oski Dental Studios here on Steve Shetler Media, the morning wake up. And yeah, it is time to wake up. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. Plastic surgeons say that they are enjoying a nice bump in business as a result of people taking more selfies. So people want to look good for their pictures, getting more plastic. My wife and I have been watching some Olympic coverage on, I think, the Peacock app, or streaming on our TV. And I don't know where it is. I think maybe someplace out of Des Moines or something. They've got this plastic surgeon that says he can fix your jowls. I need my jowls touched up. My jowls are a little loose. Anyway. Taylor Swift. The T-Swizz had to cancel 3 of her concerts in Vienna. Vienna Sausage. In Vienna after Austrian police foiled an ISIS-connected terrorist plot. Scary. The target of the attack was Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadium, where the concerts were supposed to begin tonight. According to sources, one of them had planned to drive a bomb-filled car into the crowd to kill as many as possible, and had reportedly just been hired by the venue to work security. Wow. So, thankfully, security, again, foiled that ISIS-connected terrorist plot at a Taylor Swift concert. That would have been horrible. Let's see here. Airbnb is seeing a serious drop in revenue as people are opting more for traditional hotels these days. I've always found it kind of weird and creepy that you would stay in somebody else's house. But, I mean, to each their own. If you want to do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable being the person that rented out my house. Kind of strange. Let's see here. Is it Maya or Maya? Maya Rudolph going to be back on Saturday Night Live, SNL, this fall as Kamala Harris, playing the part of Kamala. Kamala. But Steve Martin has turned down the opportunity to play her vice president, Tim Walz. Steve Martin stepping away from that role, says somebody else can have it. Let's see here. Fossils are suggesting that a group of hobbit-like people, just wee little people, inhabited an Indonesian island many years ago. So, hobbits. Let's see. Oh, you know, all the diets, unproven diets that haven't been around very long, whatever drugs they use for diets, there's always going to be side effects. So here you go. A new study says that something called erythritol, a popular artificial sweetener and common ingredient in keto diet products, increases the risk of you having a heart attack or stroke. Something to think about there. In Italy, they are using a dog-like robot with suction feet to walk on the beaches and clean the sand, mostly for cigarette butts. Let's go to music. I think BTS, that's a music group, right? BTS member Suga is apologizing to fans after getting his license suspended and being fined for riding an electric scooter while intoxicated. Drunk driving on an electric scooter. Let's go to the Olympics. Samsung giving all of the athletes at the Olympics a nice parting gift, including a brand new Galaxy Z Flip 6 phone. Most of the athletes, at least, North Korean athletes, are not allowed to get those phones because that would violate UN Security Council sanctions against the country over its nuclear and missile program. So no phones for you, North Korea. And then finally today, Kelsey Ballerini is getting ready to release her 5th studio album called Patterns this fall. Says it's going to surprise people. So look for a surprise from Kelsey Ballerini. Let's do today's Impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. According to a group of advertising executives, this isn't impossible. You might get this. According to a group of advertising executives, the Marlboro Man, Ronald McDonald, and who else are the most 3 memorable advertising characters of all time. So again, who are the 3 most advertising characters, most memorable advertising characters of all time? You've got Ronald McDonald, you've got the Marlboro Man, and you've got who else? Think about that. Anybody have any guesses? Good morning to you, Bubby, Dan, Sandy, Tamra, Sherry, Renee, Jan. Yes, Tamra. Good luck to Mason Clarahan, Keokuk County Expo Queen at the Iowa State Fair. Make sure you follow along on the Keokuk County Expo Royalty Facebook page. I think it's the name of the page. And good luck to all of our area fair queens. Hopefully somebody from Southeast Iowa will bring home the Iowa State Fair crown. Let's see here. Yes, and also Renee Addison Adam. Doing very well in our Athlete of the Year tournament. Pulled the big upset yesterday, so good luck to her and all the athletes in the tournament. Any guesses? Top 3 advertising characters of all time, according to advertising executives. It's the Marlboro Man, it's Ronald McDonald, and it is, ho, 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 Green Giant. Jolly Green Giant is number 3. So those are your top 3 advertising characters. What do we got up next? Let me get through this. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, scientists at North Carolina State University have created a cost-effective bandage that uses an electric field to speed up the healing of chronic wounds. Kind of gross. In animal tests, wounds treated with these electric bandages healed 30% faster than those treated with traditional bandages. So, electric bandages. Look for those. Let's see here. Employees at a Meadows Family Fun mini golf in Pennsylvania recently recruited the help of a game warden after discovering an animal inside one of their claw machines. You know, those things where the claw comes down and snags one of the animals, or the stuffed animals. There was actually an actual animal inside. Let's see here. A groundhog had crawled into the machine but wasn't able to get out. So they had to call the game warden in to get the groundhog out of the claw machine. What if they would have clawed the groundhog? Interesting. How about this? This sounds like something out of the movies. Authorities this week discovered an abandoned boat floating off the Dominican Republic's northern coast with a most gruesome discovery on board. 14 sets of mostly decomposed human remains, as well as dozens of packages of what appears to be illegal drugs. So a boat full of skeletons and drugs. Other stuff here. Ooh. An owl who obviously was not very lucky, flew away from its handler recently at a Minnesota zoo and flew into the mouth of a tiger. It's at the zoo in Minnesota. According to a U.S. Department of Agriculture inspection report, the sad incident happened April 29th when the Eurasian eagle owl escaped during a flight training session for a bird show. And they say, quote, the bird flew into the zoo's tiger lair habitat. Before staff could intervene, the tiger within that habitat preyed upon the owl. And I don't think he was laying hands on the owl to pray for him. He was praying as in he was going to eat the owl, and then he did. So the owl needs to figure out that it shouldn't fly into the tiger's den. Bad things happen. Let's do some of this. Files of Law and Disorder. A chess player has been suspended by the Russian Chess Federation, the old RCF as it's known, and is reportedly facing time in jail after she allegedly tried to poison her rival at the chessboard during a tournament. Her name is Amina Abakarova. My name is Amina Abakarova, and I will poison you. A 40-year-old chess coach in the Russian Republic of Dagestan is accused of trying to poison her rival, a 30-year-old. The incident unfolded during the Dagestan Chess Championship on August 2nd, according to a Telegram channel that first reported the story and now making headlines in state-run Russian news media, as well as reaching the global media. Abakarova has admittedly confessed that she wanted to knock her opponent out of the tournament, admitting that she had personal hostility towards Osmanova, who had a week earlier won the championship above her on tiebreaks. So, poisoning in a chess tournament in Russia. Crazy. Let's do some...
Duh.
New York. Doesn't everybody know that the air that you're breathing in New York isn't good for you? I mean, there's so much pollution in New York, but they had to do a study to figure that out, evidently. New York University researchers found that the average subway platform had 4 times the particulate pollution exposure standard deemed safe over a 24-hour period by the Environmental Protection Agency, and 9 times the exposure guidelines set by the World Health Organization. Again, they had to do a study to figure this out. So, yeah, don't breathe the air. If you're at a New York subway station, just hold. Don't breathe. Just duh.
Duh. Duh. Duh. Duh.
Oh, boy. That is our morning wake-up, brought to us by Ottumwa Coasters. Let's take one last look at our forecast. It's brought to us by The Garden Gate. See Cindy, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. And woo, doggy. What a weather we have today. What a weekend. If you want to go to the Iowa State Fair this weekend, does it get any better than this? I don't think so. Mostly sunny today, 72. Sunny on Saturday, 76. Sunny on Sunday, 76. Man, that's a nice forecast. Right now in the studios, the Oski Dental Studios, we have 54 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Again, coming up later on today, we'll be going to Barnwired in Sigourney for the Iowa Music Showcase. Jason Walsmith from the Nada is going to be hanging out today, 11:30 to noon. Check it out in person. Probably going to be at the back patio at Barnwired today since it's so nice out. Make sure you stop by or just watch here on Steve Shetler Media. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll be at Brothers Market for the sports section talking with the Sigourney baseball team, the state tournament qualifying baseball team for Sigourney. So tune in for that. Otherwise, you guys go out there. You make it a fantastic day and weekend. Be safe. And if all goes well, all goes right in the world, we'll be back here on Monday at 7 a.m. And I'll see you then.